And when I first started to learn a little bit about Africa, I was like, why I don't have this type of shit, you know? As a Hungarian speaking, why in Hungary we are close together, oh, everybody's Hungarian, but it's still it's not the same love, you know? Because when you see him without knowing him on the streets, say hello, what's up, my man, mon general, que pasa, como va?
I want to just welcome all of you for coming to the new version of the podcast. This is the Jollof cast. Let me cheers with all of you first. Yesterday was my birthday, by the way.
Cheers.
So the Jollof cast is the new version of. It's not a new version. It's the continuation of the Budapest Theatre. So it's a place where people come and exchange cultural experiences, storytelling, music exchange, and we learn from one another progressively, constructively, and make the world a better place. That was a nice one, man. So, by the way, I'm having some very beautiful people here with me. I have Edem, I have Ceca, and I have Marcello. They're all from different countries and are all from different regions, and they have different experiences as well. So we're going to speak about these experiences and how we all came here to Budapest and how we met each other. So I want to open the floor. Let me start with the lady, with the beautiful lady from Serbia. I just want you to tell the people here how you came to Hungary and what has been your experiences so far.
Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me. I'm kind of nervous, so excusez-moi. Well, I came to Hungary for work. I always wanted to live abroad. I had a good job back home, but when I got the opportunity, I was like, okay, why not Hungary? It was never like a plan to come and live here, but then I decided, okay, I have the opportunity, why not use it? And in the beginning, it was very difficult because it's not really easy to start a new life in a country where you don't know anyone, you don't speak the language. But now it's really great. I met great people, and life is good.
And what about you, Edem?
Okay, thank you. I'm very glad to take part of this podcast. Coming to Hungary, I never have it was a dream for me to come to this country, but it was not my first country that I was living in. Before coming here, I was staying in India for 11 months for the internship program from my company after university. So I came here just, I think, 3 months before COVID, and it's fine. It's fine. I came with zero expectation because before I was coming here, like I have a best friend. She's Hungarian that I know from my country. She was working for NGOs. She told me that my country is not like your country, like African country, because you guys are very warm. And like, don't be expecting people to be warm to you, to be good to you. So I came with this mindset, with zero expectation. And it's fine. I like it. I've been here for 4 years now.
It's actually nice because we're all connected. We all got connected through something. I got to know Ceca and from work. We work together in the same company. I got to know you through work as well. Yeah. And I got to know you through, and how did we meet?
Well, you're not how we meet.
We met in the spot, Mother Square.
Yeah.
So this is Marcello. He's half Italian, half Hungarian.
What up, brother?
Hey man, I'm good, man.
I appreciate so much having you here, bro.
And a music producer as well, an artist.
Yeah, man, getting into music, trying to what the fuck is it up with, you know, the industry and shit. Like, I was born and raised here, you know, but although I was raised hardly in Italy. So the thing is, just like, I can like say that I'm the local here in this conversation. Like, if we would have talked about Hungary, the thing is, I know the much, but not flexing with it, you know. The thing is, I like Hungary, like the whole culture and everything is so beautiful. It's so nice. It's just like something that I enjoy living in. We don't need to talk about the politics.
Of course.
But sure. Like to sum it up, if you not here in Budapest where we are right now, and if you just go down to the countryside, it will be the same thing. It's chill, it's nice. Like you just if you just sit down, on a bench on the countryside, listen to the fucking birds chitty chatting everywhere. It's just chill. The whole country has this like really big motion, but the chillness at the same time. So I like it. And I've been living here for
it's a beautiful country. I won't lie to you. I've been living in Hungary for 10 years. I mean, you guys have also been here for more than 4 years.
For me, it's going to be 5 in November.
You see, and even though sometimes we complain and we still want to leave Budapest, but show me another country in Europe.
Of
that
course.
it's safer and more better. than
Even if I
Hungary.
go home to my home country in Italy, Bergamo, 5 days there, and you get enough. So it's just like the people, everything lovely, okay. But like some days I'm just okay. Let's go to Tenerife more, like to look around the world, because your home country is always gonna be like, I don't know this place, for me
I
personally.
don't know. I mean, for me, the more I live here, the more it reminds me of Serbia. It's
Yeah,
like,
but so
just I don't speak the language, and none of my friends are familiar here.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the rest is kind of very close to home. But also, the people are more friendly back home than here. But that's like what people are telling me who live here. But for me, I always had a great experience with the locals.
So the problem here with Hungary is the for you is the hospitality.
That's what I keep hearing, but for me, I never had the experience like that. For me, everybody's very nice, helpful, smiling a lot. So I didn't have an experience where everybody is saying that the Hungarians, for example, are cold or not helpful or something like that. But a lot of people are saying that.
Oh, what was your experience? You went to Africa first time.
Yes, I just came back from Morocco. I went to a friend's wedding, and it was an amazing experience. It was something like a fairy tale, really.
How was the culture there? How was what's your own experience about African culture?
Actually, I found it very close to what we have at back home. So, for example, one of the days when some of the family members were leaving the house and going back home, and they were like saying goodbye, they did the same thing what we do in Serbia, like standing in front of the door, talking for like another half an hour, then getting into the car, then talking a bit more. Then they're saying, okay, bye, but then you talk through the window. So it's kind of like, it was very close to how we are doing it. And also the whole family gets together to celebrate a joyous moment. We do the same. So everybody is in the house. It's full. We are eating together. Everything is about preparing the food. So it was very close to what I know from back home, and I felt very, very welcome. I got like a new Moroccan family.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It's always I think it's always nice when people get to experience different people's cultures and
Oh, yes.
and they learn.
The food was amazing. It was completely different, like the spices, the combination of sweet and salty. It was just amazing.
That's beautiful. I mean, just sticking on culture, I want to move to a different topic, but this culture thing is in my heart. I always like to talk about cultural experiences.
I think cultural inspiration is like how I was telling you, like most of Hungarian people, if you ask them what they think about their country, they will tell you that no, their country is not good. They are very rude. They are not warm people. That was the idea that I had before coming here. But unfortunately, it was not like that because when I came my first days, like this was my first time to get used to how to use Google Map because my country, nobody used Google Map. Like, I know where I'm going. So, like, the Google Map tell me I'm going to take this tram, but I go to the tram, but which direction? I don't care. I get in it and I get lost. So many times, like, I look, when I'm very lost, you see my face, it looks strange. So a lot of times, old men stop me like, can I help you? Do you need, are you going to the next bus stop? Turn like, many times, I was surprised like that. People, like, because I think people show their face like they don't really care. But if you are really in need, people come to you. Because if you stop in the middle of the metro station alone on your phone trying to find the direction lost, someone always comes to you and are like, do you need help?
Yeah.
Where are you going? It's happened to me many times.
They saw that
too.
bro
Many
was
times.
lost.
Yes,
He
many
was.
times.
For me, when I was once in Greece, I was supposed to go to another city to attend a friend's wedding, and I didn't know when the bus is coming. You don't know where to find the itinerary. And I was at the bus stop, and there was like an old lady waiting for a bus, and I asked her, "Do you speak English?" She was like, "No," and she tried with her arms and legs, and she went to the nearest restaurant to ask a boy who works there if he speak English. Then they called her grandson. Then the guy who was cleaning the streets, they stopped him, so he called a friend who knew a guy, so they called the bus stop. At the end, everybody was waiting with me until the bus came, and then they explained to him where I'm going, what is going on, and he was responsible for me until we came to that other city. And that
Yeah.
was in Greece, and I have many, many stories all over the world where I went. People always help.
Yeah, yeah.
It
Yeah,
seems
but-
like it seems like countries that have more warm, like in terms of sun.
Yeah.
They tend to be more friendly. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's,
talking about how warm people are, my small experience is based on that, based on the few countries that I have visited here in Europe, Italy, Spain. Yeah, especially people there, they are warm. I think because of the weather. Because I always try to explain that. Like I say, like in Africa, for example, we spend our time on terrace outside because it's always warm.
Yeah.
There's no winter, so you are forced to know your neighborhood, to gossip.
Yeah, you saw the people on the
Same
street,
shop
so
you
you
are
get to
keeping,
know
you
them.
are like
Yes.
going to the shop. You take your time to walk on street, say hi, how is your brother, blah 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 blah. But
Exactly,
here, it's fucking cold. You need to hurry. You need to
It's
hurry.
summer now, and we have like
Like
18
we only have
degrees.
3 months. Like most of the time, it's hurry. You have to be hurried to get to the where you are going. You don't have the time to say, "Hey, I know you. I don't know you." Blah. You just go. This is why I think like it's like the weather can influence on people attitude.
Very
Have you
much.
noticed how
Very much.
people have like a different personal space distance? For example, when you go to warmer countries, people are much more closer to each other when they stand in a line for the post, for example. But as you go north, people have a bigger personal
They
space.
do. They actually do. Now
That
that,
was
you're
actually
now that you're
scientifically
mentioning
proven
this,
that colder countries where they don't have enough sun, they feel more colder and they need more space around them, like the personal bubble.
Dang.
But when you go to sunny countries, for example, Morocco, everybody was literally breathing through my neck. And I was thinking, what is going on? Why is this person so close to me? Because for them, that's normal to be this close. But for me, the personal space is a bit
Yes,
like,
it
like,
is.
go away. I don't know you, stand a bit further.
have you guys ever heard this word cultural clash
Yeah.
and cultural shock?
Yeah, cultural shock.
culture
Yes.
shock.
What was your cultural shock? You say Serbia and Hungary is the same, but did you have any cultural shock coming to Hungary?
To Hungary?
Or have you ever experienced cultural shock in general?
I experienced cultural shock in terms of about I don't know how to dating someone, like how it works here. Like where I'm coming from,
Dating a person from a different culture?
yeah, like in
Yeah,
Europe,
that is
like,
a shock.
In Europe, like wherever I come from, if I'm dating, like I'm trying to talk with someone on any dating
Yeah,
applications.
just get to know him. Yeah.
You just get to know each other. You invite the person to go to take coffee, to drink whatever. And then you decide if you guys are going home to do whatever you want to do. But like this one can happen like 3-4 times going to date. Restaurant, coffee, bar. Before, like here, you guys met. My experience. You go to do whatever you want to do, and then after 3 times you have done the same thing, then the person can not invite you to eat.
Yes.
Like I think like the bedroom is more public than the
It is.
table.
It is. It is.
Sharing a food
Yeah,
with
that's true,
someone
that's true.
here
Somehow.
is so private. To share a food with someone is so private, so intimate than
Hungarian?
sharing bed.
Bed.
That experience
Yes.
that I have.
Listen to me.
I have
The
never
thing
had
is-
experience
true.
like that.
It is really strange in Hungary because you have two things basically. You have the ones that are, have their manners, gonna go with this girl or man on a date for like 2 or 3 times, and then get to the bedside, get to the to the bedroom. But in Hungary, there is a really strange thing going on because people, as my personal experience, They just want to like find out are they compatible, If because
sexually compatible.
yeah. Because
Not
if you
just sexually. I think you try to find if that person is compatible in general. Like sexuality comes later.
yes,
I
but
mean,
the
if things
thing,
want to bet.
like listen,
Oh, yeah, if you're
this.
attracted.
These are most of them their philosophy. Like, okay, I get to spend time with this girl for like 3 days, like 3 dates, and then we go to the bed and we find out that sex wasn't good with them. And then they think, and they're like, oh fuck, I spent 3 dates, like I paid for everything, dinner, a drink at the bar, for the fucking balloon that I give you in the park, and for the roundabout ride. And then you think, I spent so much for this girl and we didn't even, like, it wasn't good.
Is it measured in the how much you spend?
Yes. So Hungarian people, like, they just love to brag about money and how
That's
much
so
they
sad.
have.
Yeah,
It is because the thing is, even like I know one of my friends, one of my good friends, so I know their family, etc. Are bragging about like they can't buy this car, a Porsche, by the way, a Porsche car.
Are we talking about older generation or
No,
like new?
this is I'm
like-
18, so my friend he's 19, and he bragging
Then
about
we're
things,
talking
but
about
they're
generational shock.
yes.
Because the new generation
But
is more about money, kinda. I have a
it
feeling.
is there more like
Older put more
yes,
value
materialistic
on
more. values. Yeah, but this is the thing. Young people in Hungary, like me, like my friends, they're all about making money, but they want to make money out of nothing. So I am getting into music with my money that I didn't do from music. So this is like kind of the thing that I want to do. So I invest in it. This is how it works. But people like I see, I want to say young men in Hungary, they think that money comes from the trees because they see if their parents are rich or not. But most of their parents are rich, so they think that it's, we can buy that car. Yes, darling, I'm gonna buy. So the kid thinks that it's all about money, and not
It's
about
actually the
experience.
TikTok generation
Yeah,
because you see a
you
lot
call it
of
TikTok
TikTokers
generation.
who are like very rich
Yeah.
and you think that, oh yeah, like fame comes overnight. And I mean, for
yes.
some, yes, but most of the cases you have to really work hard for what you have. Like nobody sees the struggles you are going through, they all see the success.
The success, yes.
So if you
yes,
have
yes,
one
yes, yes.
viral video, or let's talk about back in the day when TikTok didn't exist or other social media, you have artists who have one great hit
Yes.
and you never hear about them again.
Yeah.
Like they have one and they become famous and everybody knows that song.
Hey, because
And
you
then
can
they
spend
never
it.
have
You can
anything
just put
again.
it out there.
My friend called it microwave fame.
That's a
Microwave
good,
fame.
that's
You
a
know,
good
microwave fame.
description. Yeah, it's a very good
But,
description.
but this point that you have made is a very important topic, this interracial and shock and
Yes.
dating out of your culture. This is something that, because nowadays a lot of people are dating out of their culture. Most people,
True.
80% of people are dating now out of their culture.
We are forced to do that.
Exactly, we're
We are
actually forced
We
to
can't
date.
control
Yes.
No,
ourselves.
we can't.
I don't remember the last
yeah.
time I dated a Serbian. It's so sad.
You can have like some rule like, no, I don't want to date someone
yes.
who is not coming from my country, my region. But you are living in foreign country.
Yes.
You are forced. You get attracted to people, and you are forced.
It's not necessarily true. The wedding I just attended, they are both from Africa. So one is from Morocco, the other one is from Egypt. And they met at the university. They're not
But-
from the same country.
But different culture.
It's not really. It's
Egypt
like very
and Morocco.
similar.
Egypt and Morocco is
No,
different.
you
also.
see, that's where the problem comes. Even though Africa it could be one, he's from Togo, I'm from Cameroon, we share things, but his culture is different. When we go down to the nitty-gritty, it can never be the same.
When you
I don't
see-
think that somebody from Serbia and someone from Kosovo can be the same. Or someone from Serbia and
Let's not
Bulgaria.
go there. That's a very sensitive topic.
Because you are from Serbia, you are telling me that you have you are talking Hungary is different from you. Like from me, that's coming from Africa. I would
Hungary
have
is a
like
different country altogether because they are not connected to just the language itself. It's not
I have
with
to
any
live here
other.
before to realize that. If you ask someone who have never been to Europe, like, oh, Hungary share border with Serbia, so they are same people. The most border you share with someone, you have the same culture.
If you know, we don't. But it's
Yeah,
similar.
it's-
It's similar.
I think
Exactly.
it will be a
It's
very
similar, but not the
You see,
same.
you
Yeah.
don't
So
share.
it's-
You share border with Hungary, but you have different culture. Morocco doesn't share border with Egypt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like you say Germans and Germany and Austria, they're the same. It's a
No.
fallacy.
Oh, yes.
It's a false
These are
And
statement.
not.
two different,
not.
totally
Yeah.
two
But-
different
But somebody
These
that
are
type of,
not.
doesn't
yes.
know that is from Africa will
Yeah.
say, but they both speak the same languages. Was in Austria they speak German. In Germany they speak German.
Most people they haven't never even heard about Serbia. Just to clear. When I say where I'm from, people are like, "Isn't that like in Russia?" Because it's like Siberia, so they think it's there.
No,
So it's very
depend.
difficult to explain because Serbia is like a very small country.
No, I
in
mean, the
Europe.
thing is, if you are in Europe, I think they, like, in 2023, people, like, most of the people gonna know where is Serbia and what is Serbia, or even just heard about it.
Yeah.
So they're gonna say, okay, yes.
But I think the Balkan countries have similarities
course,
more
yeah.
than
Yeah,
any
of-
other because
Obviously,
it's very
they do.
very
These are-
close.
yes, but the thing is,
Especially the
you
old
can have your personal
Yugoslavian
experiences from your own country, like everyone else do. But the thing is, when we live in like border, then it's just like I kind of know them, because they are in like if you look at my like Hungary's history, they are in the history of Hungary, like Serbia. So, like us, we know each other a little bit, but if you go maybe to Spain, they will maybe hear about Serbia 2 or 3 times in their history books, or just like somewhere from a video or something. But like at the end, maybe it's more about how you view it, because you as a Serbian, you view it like they don't know us. They don't care about us in a way, maybe.
It's a Michael Jackson song.
Yes.
But one thing I would like to know, both of you are Europeans, right? You guys, you are European. Me and Adam were Africans. So when I see Adam, he's my brother. I don't even need to know where he's from. When I see him,
He's from the motherland.
The first thing I see, I say, how far, my God? How are you? Understand? Even an American guy, as long as he's dark like my color, if I see any African person in this world,
I remember
greet
one
them.
time when we went outside, I think it was a Friday night to a club or something, and you started saying hi to everybody on the street. I was like, "Do you know all of these people?"
No,
And
you
you
have
said,
to know
"No, like I just."
This is how we met.
It's just
We
how
have
it
the
is.
same
Kind of.
struggle. We know where we are coming from.
We have the
know-
same struggle. We have
the
that
same
same
struggle.
struggle.
The
We
eye
know.
contact, that's all. You just have eye
Yes.
contact with someone, you know, like,
But I can
my
tell you that
brother,
is
I
the
know what
same.
you are facing.
That's the same
all.
if you are a Serbian and, for example, you are somewhere, let's say in the US, and you hear someone speaking your language, it's the same feeling.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, my brother. Even though you have no idea where exactly they're
Yeah.
from, it doesn't matter if it's Serbia, Bosnia, Montenegro, Croatia. If you hear them somewhere outside, it's like they are your
Yeah.
brothers.
Yeah, this is how we feel also every time we meet any black person. they
Yes,
try
any
to-
black person.
Yeah. We know the struggle.
Yeah. The thing is, with me from Italy, if I hear somebody speaking on the streets, something like I just hear 2 words in Italian, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, siete italiani?" That means, "Are you Italian?" And if they turn and they say yes, I'm just gonna go there and talk, like start to speak
Yeah,
with
of
them a
course.
little bit.
Well, that's the
So
same
I feel that.
everywhere.
But the thing is, with Africa and with that type of culture, it's a whole continent that is the motherland too. So obviously, you saying to Mufasa or Mufasa saying to your brother, it's obvious. So that and not because of your race, like because of you black. No, the thing is, it's like it holds you so much together. In Europe, there's a mix of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, like Asian, West Balkan, East Balkan, like all the way to the Mediterranean lands, and it's mixed. But in Africa, the thing is that everybody is with everybody because you are close to one huge continent.
I know a lot of Africans in the last couple of years that I met, and I can say that the only thing that like very is exact or like very very close to home is that the unity. So
Oh,
it doesn't
yes.
matter from where exactly in Africa you're coming from. everybody's rooting for the other person. You know Eurovision?
Yes.
And I was with some friends and we were talking and I said like, okay, Australia is now part of Eurovision. Like, why? It's not even Europe country. And I was saying like, maybe Africa should also be part of it. And my friends who are from Africa, they said, no, that wouldn't work because the whole continent would vote for that one person. So it would, every year, the winner would always be the African representative because the unity, like even for example, you don't talk to someone from Togo or Cameroon or doesn't matter. But if there is someone competing to anything, the whole continent will root for that
Yeah,
one
for sure.
person just
Yes.
because they're African. And I like that that unity that everybody
Yeah,
has for
it's
each
just
other.
a bigger power in this way because you don't have like you have us Hungarians or I can say us Italians. Italy is a little bit bigger country, but though if we look at it geographically, it's not that big. Like look at Africa and just like try to put the two things, Italy or Hungary and Africa or Italy and Africa, put it together. No, it's like what she said, like unity is one of the beautifulest things in Africa because it's so big, it's so huge, and when I first started to learn a little bit about Africa, I was like, why I don't have this type of shit, you know? Why in as a Hungarian speaking, why in Hungary we are close together, oh everybody's Hungarian, but it's still it's not the same love, you know, because when you see him without knowing him on the streets say hello, what's up my man, mon general, que pasa, como va, oh, like you meet somebody from your own race, we can say basically. But if I see another Hungarian walking towards me on the street and he looks kind of sketchy or something, or I just don't like it personally, the thing gonna happen, I'm gonna be like, who you? Why you coming to me now? You know?
It's
But
also something that I also wanted to mention about because I think that it has to do with culture. Culture is a very
Oh, yes,
because
that's what-
we coming from Africa, we have this thing that I think he knows about it. We have this thing that it's difficult that we were raised without discrimination. We don't believe, we don't know that. I don't know that you're different.
Yeah, I
They raised us
understand. Yeah,
with one human race.
Yes.
So my parents or any family member has never told me that you're black, you're white.
Yes.
I don't have that distinction in my brain. I don't even know when I look at you. I don't even see your color. I just see that hey, this is a beautiful lady. This is a cool dude.
Thank you.
You see, so but I know that here I know that here in Europe it's different. They have this race thing. They know oh this is a black man. This is the person. They mention
El
the color.
negro.
Yes, this color is
It's
a
not just about the color. I think the saddest part of the human race in general is that some lives apparently matter more than the others.
Oh yes.
That is
equality. There's not equality, right?
there is no equality.
Now
For
we
example,
can I think we can all agree on there is no equality. But the thing is, we are equal right now,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, of course we're gonna hand the lady her wine, her glass of wine when she asks to, because these are manners. But as humans, and
well, nowadays
like,
it's very hard to see good values in men or women. It's like it's such
I
a
understand, but
it's
this
such
is
a
because like
disbalance between that. Like a man doesn't really act, or let's say, men nowadays, as you said, are more about the money, so the values are kind of missing, and the ladies are like, oh no, I don't need a man, I can do
Yes,
everything on my
The
own.
feminist.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but it went too far. It's like from one
no.
end to another.
Tell
Instead
me
of
about it.
there is no balance anymore.
But why is see? This is a very good point. Why is this constant fight between men and women on social media? Always, men are
know,
fighting
it's
women,
like-
women are fighting men.
And I think
Because we
back
don't
in
have
Africa,
anyone
we
else
don't
to
have this
fight
kind of
with.
problem like men, women, who have the
Like
who is superior.
Yeah,
Because
you-
we grew up like I don't know, like you know that like in Africa, women were queens, they were priests for religions. Before the European, women have the right to vote.
yes.
Like the colonialism is bring the difference,
That's true.
like the Catholic Church. And I always say that even though I'm a man, I always say why that women cannot be a priest.
Oppressed, yes.
Yeah, that's actually very good
Giving a
question.
nurse is not an architect, is not in engineering, is not driving I don't know, an airplane. It's just leading a church. Women are capable to do that.
Yes.
And the
It's
church
not
and the
about being
religions,
capable.
You
It's
see,
about why is it not possible?
why is not possible? Back in Africa, you go to the voodoo, you have women. They are the voodoo priests.
preachers,
They call them
Witches.
now witches.
And like,
preacheress.
yes, and in my tribe, like the crown is coming from like you have the crown you have to I don't know how to like take the crown from your aunt.
Oh yeah.
Like you have to be the queen. That means if I have to be a queen in my tribe, that
Yeah, you
means
go way back. Yeah.
exactly it has to be from my uncle.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
From your
my
ancestors.
mom,
Yes.
yes, my mom brother. You have to, yes. We always take it from our mother side, the crown,
Yes.
because women are very important.
Of course.
Yeah.
This is what I'm like, a personal, like, this is my opinion on this. You in Africa are very fucking lucky because here, as as I think all of you know, women, I don't know why, even though there were some women queens and etc. like this, and like look at in the British Empire, the queen,
Yeah.
the queen, not king, not Queen Elizabeth the 16th, the queen. You see, there was one huge woman, and rest in peace, obviously. But like there in Africa, you had the little lion, you had the toddler lion, you had the mama lion, and that's how a family, like that's how it works. That's cultural, and here in Hungary, if you look at it, the mother gonna be always the protecting one, but this works with every, like in Europe and in the whole world too. But the thing in Hungary, the mother was always the protective one, and she gonna protect you and your kids and their kids when she's a grandma and etc. always. But somehow culturally it mixed to something so fucking different, because here if you look at politics, there are some women in politics, but more like dolls, so like they're put out there like,
They have to
okay,
be yeah.
she is a woman politician,
Yeah.
and we can say that Hungary is so good because
Yeah.
there's one woman again, and not like five women in politics, because that would be balanced, because then women would talk about economy, culture, things, and men could be like, oh boy, okay, we need to save this country, etc., 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 and it will be balanced out. You know what I'm saying? That will be the real equal thing that we could talk about. So it's so strange, because when we go to like me, like I'm doing music and I'm getting into music, it's so strange. Why, I'm asking myself, why is that one of my black friends, and we are not talking about Mufassah or anything, is recognized more without doing any music as a musician than me, who knows music, who
Okay.
can do music, who is learning the languages of music. And I'm talking about
That's called stereotypes.
yes, thank you.
There's another.
But you also have Eminem, so don't think
But
it's the
again,
racism there.
the biggest
But you have a lot of
Slim
other
Shady.
artists that are doing the music. It's the fans who are making
Yeah,
the
but
difference.
they don't have the same recognition as Eminem or as anybody else.
But it's the fans who are making that.
But I'm gonna be the fucking second. I'm telling to you now. You know.
I mean, man, I'm rooting on you, bro.
Yeah,
And-
thank you,
and-
brother. Thank you.
And I think I mean, we all have had our own personal experiences these are very important things, We have all had our own different experiences, because we all have did it interracial. We have did it out of our cultures, right? We all have had a relationship out of our cultures. And just one question, I just want to see how you guys, or if we have commonalities, do you feel like it's a struggle in terms of the balance of culture? Is somebody trying to shove their own culture on you, or the balance because if you are dating someone that is not your culture, you guys have to make sure that the culture is half, 50-50, right?
Yeah.
You can
So it's
be
shared.
dominant with your own culture, because it's an exchange of culture.
For example, in Serbia, it's like when you're growing up, the woman is taught to clean, to cook, to provide, to be the future wife for the man. And the man is taught to provide and protect and make sure that the family is together and that you are the man. But nowadays, I don't think it's like a cultural shock or whatever you want to call it, but I think more today is like people do not feel very good in their own skin. So they are projecting a lot of issues onto potential partners, friends, family members, because they don't accept it themselves. They don't admit what they want. So I met a lot of people who are like, for example, when I was not in the right place, I met people who will be like, yes, I want a relationship, but I was not ready. So that has nothing to do with the culture. It's just the readiness. And then you meet a person who you are ready, but then that person is not, but they're not able to tell you exactly what's going on. So they are not comfortable in their own skin to say their own struggles. And I think nowadays it's very important to find people who you connect with and who are honest, first of all, with themselves and then with you.
So
And that doesn't mean that you should go to bed after like the third date because you don't know anyone. Honestly, like even 10 years
they
living
can
with
lie
someone,
for
you
those
do
3
not know
days
them. You
and
need more time.
say that they're millionaires.
But that also doesn't mean anything. I have a friend from university. Her parents met, they dated for like 2 weeks and they got married. And 35 years later, they're still together after like having 2 kids and now grandchildren. So but that's an exception. That's not a rule. You need to get to know a person better before doing anything more than just hanging out. And friendship is a very important base. So if you start to learn about a person and then
Of
you find
course.
out that, oh, but your culture is like different, I don't agree with this, it doesn't align with my culture, or I cannot make a compromise about this, then of course someone is going to get hurt and it's going to be like a shock. And then you're going to say, oh, Africans this or Europeans this, because you didn't get.
Africans are fuck boys.
You remember
Yeah,
what I
but you
told you
have to
about
give
the
enough
Cape Town
time
girl?
to
You
meet the
remember?
person, learn about them, and then see if they really align with what you want.
Yeah.
Not just 2-3 times
Yeah.
meeting and like, oh, I know everything about
Let's
you.
fuck.
But I think, like, personally, like, if you meet someone for like some hours, you can know, like, if you really wanna be with the
Also,
person.
like, oh
I
yeah,
don't know,
yeah.
like, I like.
Few hours,
It
really?
doesn't depend. Like, you can meet someone, like, been going out with someone for like 3 months, and decided to get married with the person. But you can be with someone 2 years, till like I don't know him enough or her enough.
Thank you.
Like, what do you want to know? If you like the person, you just like the person.
You like
You
them?
like the person, like you
But you
like
need to
the.
know the person to know if you like them.
Yeah,
No,
Getting
but
to know
first,
the
like
person,
first
like,
impression.
Physical appearance goes away when you're old. You're going to be like looking very old at some point.
yeah, but
So maybe not that beautiful, like, but
I,
beauty
I
is
think I
like
understand
from
what he's
inside.
saying. For example, you can meet somebody the first time, and the person, the way he approaches you, in a couple of minutes, maybe he's a little bit off.
Yes.
In your brain, you can still know, I don't want to have anything to do with
Yeah.
this kind of person. Or he's rude to the waitress.
But the thing is,
He's nice to you, and then the waitress comes and says, fuck off. Do you think that you want to have a relationship with a person like that if you...
I never experienced a situation like that, thank God. But I would be like, dude, and just walk away. But I never experienced something like that, so thank
just
God.
fuck off. Yeah. The thing is, like, you remember I told you I've dated a girl from Cape Town. She was black.
South Africa, yeah.
Yeah. And it was so funny. Like, he asked me, what was my first experience with black women? And I was like, I was kind of racist. I didn't want it to be. And she was kind of racist too. But because she was, like, for me, she was the first black woman, like, black girl that I had made love with. And just to meet her like this, like deeper, like I would do with the Hungarian girl. And the thing is, we went to a dance party and we started dancing, and I thought African culture, you like to breed the woman. You know what's breeding? When she's twerking to you when you coming from behind.
That's actually only in Jamaica.
Yeah, it's part
Jamaica?
of our culture, but yeah, the thing is,
You know, say that,
yeah. The
Yeah, I
funny
know,
thing is,
but I think only Jamaican people dance like that, not
oh no, they
not
do
African.
like it's part of Jamaican and part of our culture of this thing. But the funny was like she was talking about it before we did it.
Yeah.
And when we started, she slapped me in the face. Fuck you doing, boy? Who do you think you are? And I was sorry. You was twerking. I thought that you like him. And she was like, no, I'm not into that. She likes to dance more, like not like that type of shit. And then we started to meet each other and get to know each other like wow, do you have a like you just talk about regular stuff at the first time, like what, like family, sisters, brothers, how many do you have them? Do you have a dog? What do you like to do? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite animal? You talk about goofy shit all the time. And we got to a serious level of love and engagement to the other in 2 weeks, that we started to argue about stuff, about
The differences.
yes. And and then she left because she was here in an Erasmus program. And I was like, oh babe, why the fuck did she left? Like she was my wifey type in 2 weeks. So I understand what you're saying. Because like if I meet a girl tonight when we go after this podcast to grab a drink, and she is like her, I'm not talking about black or anything like that, but she is her, then I'm gonna be into her, in a way. But if she's not, it's not. So I understand. You can build a relationship this quick, and you can build relationships like you need 7 fucking years or something.
decide
Yeah,
if
yeah,
there's
yeah,
a
yeah.
person.
Magic happens every time.
You need
Yeah.
to be friends
Yeah.
for like 5 years, then date for 2 years, then break up, be friends,
Exactly.
and then be
Exactly.
the
In
best
Bali
and
culture,
beautiful
there is
couple.
like a thing where they say that if you meet at the right time, the right person, and under the right circumstances. So, for example, if the circumstances are not right, it doesn't matter if
yes,
the
it
timing
don't
is
matter,
good, the
yeah.
person is good. If the circumstance is not, then it's not going to
not
work.
good, yes.
And it's only important to find one person who has the same values and the same idea or the same things they want as you and is willing to work on it. So it doesn't matter if it's a cultural difference for someone from Africa or America, Asia, it doesn't
yeah.
matter. If you meet someone who wants the same thing as you, and you can figure this out in, I don't know, the first date, you go on a date and you're like, yeah, I'm looking for something serious, or I'm just having fun, like I just got out of a relationship, I'm not really ready to something serious. You talk about this on the first date. You don't talk about what's your favorite color. Who cares? You will find out
Yeah,
this
of course.
later. You talk about what do you want?
Yeah.
What are you looking for? What I can offer you? I can offer you the moon, or I can offer you just a quickie.
What's your packing?
And if you find someone who is honest and
Yes.
says the same things to you, then you can decide, do you want to continue getting to know that person better? Or you're like, no, I don't like how you walk, or I don't like the way you dress, or I don't know. You can always find an excuse about why you don't want to
for sure.
continue with someone.
If you don't want to, you ain't gonna.
But
So
nowadays,
like,
it's really just important to find one person who wants the same thing as you and then wants to work on that.
Why are you people are looking at like this is
If
something
you don't look, it
I
happens.
experiment here. Here people are looking for people that look like them. Like they have a list of things. He likes
Because-
dog, she like dog, okay. You like it, okay. Like you have to like
Like a
Where
shopping
are you
list,
meeting
right?
these
Exactly.
people? Where are you meeting these people?
Yeah, I mean, I know what it means, like a
okay,
shopping list.
because,
I,
like,
I want a
I have
tall
a-
guy.
yeah, like-
I want a
6'5",
This kind of
six
thing,
pack.
black and
Exactly,
handsome.
like
You
he
do
likes
all
to
the
go
wish
out. He
list.
likes to play music. Like this kind of thing. Like people are looking for the list. Like okay, if like it's match, no, like the matching for me. Like honestly, this is a struggle because I have a good friend, a girl, who have been meet. She met a Hungarian guy. Same story. The guy's like, okay, I'm not looking for anything serious. The girl, she's looking for something serious. But of course, they match on Bubble, whatever. And they went to the first date. The girl, she liked the guy. The guy is also, but she's like, the guy is like oh, I just finished a relationship now. I'm not ready to get in another relationship. So let's see what happens. So they do whatever they want, 1, 2, 3 times. Then the guy is in love. And the girl is like, I thought you told me that you are not looking for something serious. I'm telling you, like, after 3 months, these guys offer a ring to this girl.
Wow.
3 months. And the girls,
He's still hurting apparently, not healed enough.
no, of course, no.
Okay, guys.
Of course, no.
Okay, guys. I mean, these are very. I mean, what you just say. I'm sorry to cut you short, but when and because we're rounding up, normally it could have been longer. But since this is the new first rebranding of my podcast, I decided to keep it a little bit short. But this is not the first time I'm gonna have you guys.
Yeah.
Before we round up this conversation, I really enjoyed everything that we have discussed here. I just wanna have quickly from each of you 1 minute before we round up everything. Then there's one thing about all of you here that I like. You guys are very highly motivated people. I love people that are very highly motivated. I love people that know themselves, they value themselves, and they know that they are kings and queens in this world. Because we all are kings and queens. Wherever you go, nobody should ever put you down, and nobody should penetrate your mindset. Nobody should ever try to belittle you or make you feel inferior. You are a king, you are a queen. So I just want to know I know my own personal mantra, and this is what gives me my good vibe. It makes me to laugh every day and look at life from a beautiful perspective. I just want to know from each of you, what is your personal motivation during tough times? What makes you continue driving forward during tough times?
Today is today. And it's a gift. That's why it's called a present.
So today is a gift for you. It's a gift. And for you?
I don't know, it's always different, but I guess life is short. And live it.
It's a gift. Life is short. Live it like that.
I would also just say life is short.
Life is short.
There's still life.
So we have it here. Value your life. Life is short. Life is a gift. Life is all about beautiful experiences. So I want to thank all of you for coming to this podcast. It's been a beautiful
Blaze,
time.
man, blaze.
And to many more.
Thank you for having me.
Cheers.
So just one more thing before we run it off. Please subscribe to the Jollof Cast. And the Jollof Cast is a podcast for cultural experiences, sharing about music, and it's all about food, learning from one another, having beautiful organic conversation about individual ways of living their lives. No matter what you have, I think that your story is beautiful. No matter how other people interpret it, everybody has a beautiful story, and the more we can hear and share different stories, we learn from one another, we experience, we move forward as a people. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook. We'll be giving you guys more content. The last time I shot a podcast was last year. There was a very long reason why we didn't shoot any podcast, but I will explain that in the next podcast. Stay tuned, man. Thank you guys for watching. We love you guys. Peace.
Blaze.
Peace and love.
Peace and love. They say peace and love.